What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,600 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And yes, we're still dealing with, we're dealing with pandemic stuff, but there's still a lot of fun stuff to do and things to check out. And today, I have got the wonderful ladies from Almost Normal Productions. I've got Catherine Michelle, Isabella.
Hello, everybody.
I've got Isabella and
Hello.
Elizabetta.
Hello.
All right, ladies. So let everyone know, what part of the country are you guys calling home these days?
Los Angeles, California. That's right.
Beautiful Los Angeles, where it's just beautiful year-round. I envy you guys.
Yeah, it's a little too hot for my taste at this time of year.
Oh, boy.
When January rolls around, you want some rain and some cold weather, but we just experienced 90 degrees like 3 days ago.
Oh, man. It's about to be about 30-something degrees tonight here in Atlanta, so I don't even know. I don't even know where to go with that.
Just stop.
Must be nice. All right, so we're talking all about your production company, Almost Normal Productions. So where did the inspiration behind the company come from?
I'm going to start and then ladies just fill in because I'm sure I'm going to miss some stuff out. It's interesting because we all started as actors, started out as actresses, and the inspiration came from the desire to create stronger material. When Catherine and I back in the day were really pounding at it as actors, trying to get as many roles as possible, going out on as many auditions as possible, and we just were very creatively frustrated. And it was even before the company started that we got together and said, hey, let's write this little short and let's produce it. And we got the producing bug, and then, one thing after another. Almost Normal was born in 2011. It was right at the time that we produced our first feature film. And since then, we've just been at it. Almost every year we would put something out, either a short or just recently our latest feature. So did I miss something, Kath?
No, that's really it. It was just a desire for stronger material for us as women, getting smaller roles that were less substantial as far as content, the cheerleader, the girl next door, the terrorist, we just wanted something that was what we were dealing with as women at that time, what we wanted to see as women. We've always, from the very beginning, created content out of the desire for what we wanted to see, what we wanted to experience as an artist. And then it just kind of blossomed from there. And then we started producing content for women in general, to involve them. And it went beyond us into other women in front of and behind the camera. Get them involved, meaningful work, strong work.
Right. What would you say was the biggest... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Is that Elizabetta?
Isabella.
No, I was just
going to
kind of jump in on what Kath and Elizabetta were saying and just save it for me because I joined in a little later. I've just always sort of looked up to the two of them. I'm a little bit younger, and growing up in the entertainment industry as an actress, but also seeing them working behind the camera was a big source of inspiration for me to also step behind the camera. So it's been a really great experience seeing the kind of impact that you can have on specific audiences just by, sort of talking to women in a very real and relatable way. And it's been very rewarding. So just kind of wanted to jump in.
Yeah, no, definitely.
With a little cherry on top.
Absolutely. So But in the beginning, as you guys were forming this company, this production company, what would you say was the biggest challenge for you?
Gosh, where do we start?
I think one of the biggest things was the opportunity. The opportunity wasn't there at the time, so we had to literally create the opportunity from the beginning. So finding other female writers that wanted to be involved, really digging in. We were actively involved from the very beginning, writing and organizing and overseeing every part of the production to make sure that it fit within kind of our mission, of what we wanted to do. And I think that the opportunities and having to create our opportunities and not having anything given to us or handed to us was our biggest challenge. But it also made everything that much more rewarding when things came along and things happened and things were completed and things were being recognized.
Yes.
So to add on to what Catherine is saying, just being women and being mothers, being wives, and both of us have children, and I assume Kat has one and one on the way, and it's just it's like it's just been a roller coaster juggling day jobs and the films that we're producing, and at the time acting careers and finding time. I feel like the biggest challenge really is time from the moment you wake up, which sometimes for me is 5:30, and by the time I go to bed at 10, which is funny because 10 o'clock rolls around and I want to watch something, and it's like I last 5 minutes. It's like,
oh, yeah.
So it's like balancing it out, just giving the family their time, and then giving the job, the company, the responsibilities, the proper amount of time as well. So yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's really funny. Our first feature that we were tackling, we were pregnant at the same time, and fundraising and going out to Whiskey A Go-Go, biggest houses, no lie, trying to get talented musicians to come and play for our fundraiser for our cause. And yes, we sucked it up and we went to the Whiskey A Go-Go with these beautiful young people, pregnant, and saying, "Hey, we're cool. Can you come play at our fundraiser?" And it was, I think it of course stumped a lot of these artists. I think it gave them a great big pause because I remember them just staring at us with big wide eyes. But they saw what we were doing and they admired it and respected it, and they played for it. We had some great bands play for our very first fundraiser, and so
I think they felt bad. I think they felt bad. They were standing there looking at us going, "We got to do this. If we don't,
They were probably worried that one of you guys were going to go into labor or something. Like, who's going to deliver the baby? Oh, no.
We got to say yes, guys.
That is too funny. But that shows, that right there exemplifies the determination that you guys had and the drive. And that is something to be applauded. I tip my hat to all three of you for everything that you've been able to do in the industry and creating a name for yourselves versus, like you said, sitting back and waiting for someone to just kind of give you a title and hopefully give you a feature role. No, you guys went out there and you created roles. And that's the beauty of it. I love it.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that. No, definitely. But tell us about the latest project. One of you were talking about that earlier.
Oh, Severed Silence. That is our just recently completed feature.
Yes. So can we get a little bit of taste about it?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Severed Silence is our upcoming horror film, and it's about a woman who spends 20 years suppressing a curse that was placed on the bloodline to have a family member release it, which forces her to be kill or to be killed. I like that little last part of it. I wanted to say that, but I kind of messed it up. To kill or to be killed. But yeah, it's a horror film that's sort of been in the making for like a decade?
No. Oh yeah, it's been since when we were pregnant the last time. We started the concept
the last
back
time?
Yeah, we started talking about the concept about 14 years ago when we were pregnant, and then, we continued to do projects off and on in between, going back and forth, writing, picking it back up, putting it back down, picking it back up, and then it came to fruition, and then, the rest is history, and now we're in the process of finalizing a distribution and getting a release date for Severed Silence, and now I'm pregnant again. So it's kind of cool.
Come full circle.
Amazing. Last but certainly not least, what advice could you all give to any woman out there that has a dream on her heart? She's got this idea, but she just hasn't acted out on it yet.
Honestly, just do it.
Yeah,
that's the best. Not to steal the Nike slogan. Just do it. Yeah. But I think that it's interesting because I feel like everybody has their own journey that they have to kind of follow in their life, and there's not really a particular formula to how things work. It's just what works for me, and I feel like the girls will they'll agree, is just putting that plan together, and then just executing it slowly every day. It's just not expecting things to happen overnight.
Right.
Understanding that it's a process. So, I like working backwards. I like seeing it. Let's say, okay, so here's the end goal 6 months from now. Let's see what I have to do if I work backwards. And then break it down to weeks, break it down to days, to hours, and then just start working slowly.
Right.
And we've seen awesome results working that way. It's just there has to be a plan that's set in motion, that's very well organized, and then understanding, I have 24 hours in this day. What can I achieve in that time? So, and then not letting the little voice in the head just get in the way, because you have to just go, you can, and then somebody else, especially people in your life, and that's another thing, is if there's these negative voices that in our lives, they have to go.
Yep.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about fear when because we blog a lot. If we blog a lot, we write about a lot, we talk a lot to other women, and we write a lot of stuff in our newsletter too about fear and letting fear get in the way, and that's exactly what Betta's talking about. I mean, that fear comes from mostly ourselves, that little voice in our head, and it does also come from the external, forces, telling you can't. All those voices keep saying you can't, and you really, really have to block them out, because there's no reason why you can't.
Exactly. Absolutely. Catherine, Michelle, Isabetta, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Ash.
You guys are rock stars. You're inspiration. I love it.
We love what you're doing too. Thank you.
Let everyone.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I know that there's so much stuff going on, and everybody's trying to move around and get their stuff together. Still dealing with pandemic stuff. So the fact that you guys had time in your schedule, and I got all three of y'all at once, that was awesome. So definitely appreciate that. Let everybody know the best way to get in contact with you guys, to find out more about the projects, and of course to follow you on social media.
Yeah, our website, almostallproductions.com.
And our social media is, we're on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and we're just under Almost Normal Productions.
Yes.
And you can pretty much reach out to us on any of them through messaging, through email available on our website. We're really quick with responding.
Yeah, it's very easy to get a hold of us.
We love to engage. And we also have a weekly newsletter, Ash, that you can, it's the links on all of our social media, and we give updates and we give tips and articles and fun things, on our newsletter, and that's weekly.
Gotcha. No,
and
definitely.
When you were talking about giving advice, that's just what we focus on a weekly basis, is that we take these little episodes from our personal lives and how those episodes have impacted our careers, and give advice that way through blogging. And that's every week that we do that.
I love it. Much more success, ladies, into 2021 and beyond. It's going to be a better year for all of us. We're claiming that. Definitely claiming that.
Better year for everyone. That's true.
Yes, we are putting that out there. Putting that into the universe. Absolutely. It's going to come back.
Thank you so much for having us.
Not a problem. Thank you. And thank you to each and every one of you guys for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.